Using your coding agent is great, but sometimes you need superpowers. That is what React Native HiFi is for. It's a complete development workflow set of sub-agents that connect each other to create a flow of execution that starts with a brainstorming session, continue into creating a review of the architecture, setting up plans, then implemented through sub-agents. And I mentioned superpowers because this is a fork of the superpowers repo. I had to go the fork way because this is not specific to React Native. It has a little bit of web on top. For example, just to give an example, the testing piece that superpowers revolves around, it's not related to React Native, so it will happen that if you use superpowers, you're gonna get stuck on that testing step. I talked about this 2 months ago. It blew up, got 30,000 views on this one. I mean, the React Native community was really open into trying this out, and for some good reasons, because this gives you a really powerful way into steering and creating features or apps into the detail of what you want, and the agent being very helpful and thoughtful about what you need. But what happens when that it's not focused on React Native and it doesn't have the skills to put into the mix to create good plans, good implementation, executions, and so forth. That is what this project is about. You can install it with Cloud Code at the marketplace, then run this other command to install it, and you have here options for installing this on Codex, OpenCode, and Gemini as well. How it goes if you haven't used superpowers is that you will have a brainstorming session. You try to invoke this first step. So let's brainstorm this feature. I want to create this and that. So it will start there. And after that, you have a step where you can create plans, go into setting up specs and tasks to be done, and then it will be executed again through sub-agents to spin it up really fast. It could choose to go with work trees if needed. So yeah, in the end, what happens here is we are focusing on React Native. So you will find a lot of the best skills intertwined into these steps, and it will be used by the agent to bring up the best of React Native when creating those tasks, when asking you technical questions about what are the features and the technologies you want to use when creating your app, your set of features. So here we have a pass of skills here for you didn't know that are released by Expo. Then we have another set by Software Mansion, and then Call Stack. So la creme of la creme, really powerful. And of course, all this flow, what I mentioned before, when jumping into testing, it will use React Native testing library. So you will be right at home when those tests gonna trigger and are gonna be created. That's it. I don't want to extend this anymore. I don't even run the whole flow. I think here at some point this got cut, but we went through the brainstorming. It created this spec first. So what you see here, we went through the data model, the architecture of what's going to be done, the screen structure, what are the components, interaction, something around the visual styling that I chose, what are the dependencies that are going to be most used and needed for this spec to be written out as a plan. So after that, went to the plan, and what you see here is the implementation plan, and this will be PRDs in the end around specific tasks that start to get completed for each step. It's really thoughtful, so you will start installing the libraries that are missing. So after creating the whole app, you won't be stuck into just, in a code base that doesn't have the libraries installed. So really thoughtful about the missing libraries that it needs for these tasks to be completed. And that's how it goes. We have a lot of tasks here, which is gonna be executed in parallel. I'm gonna close this for a second. Maybe not, something was closing there. Okay, here. So we, after going through that plan, it's gonna execute everything. You will see how it goes. Finally, It will, after going through all the tasks, this will be committed and you will have your running app. That's it, guys. I hope you make good use of this one. I sure was missing this in the community. I love, again, Superpowers. Shout out to Opera for this amazing project. But we needed this for our community, for our specific needs, and it's really useful. I hope you have fun building with it, and that's it. See you in the next one.